Hello everybody, my name is Fiddle, and you caught me in the middle of Penumbra Overture. Now let's get right into this. Do normal, because why not? Good game, I love this game. It's been so long since I've played it though, so... Oh, let me be quiet for this.
I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made. Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it. So when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went, as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland. It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
So Greenland, huh? That's gotta suck. Sorry if you're living in Greenland and watching this. Finally, we're almost docked. I'd better stow my gear. I may be far from home, but chances are I can still pick things up using left mouse, and I can take a closer look at things using right mouse. Where would you look at that? I'm certain this map's a good decade or so out of date, but landmarks don't change much in Greenland. Do they? I think they would, because, like, isn't it mostly, like, ice? I guess it doesn't really melt much, but, you know, whatever. So I've got a pretty decent idea of where I'm heading. You better, especially this far out. Okay. Let's see. A book. Let's pick that up. Always good to have a notebook to jot down interesting info and reminders. That'll be handy. Got my light lamp. Fish. Chest. More whiskey. Could never use enough of that. What's this note? Dearest Eric, just a quick note before you set sail and leave me once again. I've left you a little something to remember me by in the chest at the foot of your bed. I really don't know why you still only have one bed on board. Taking shifts because of it is no way to get your rest. But what does a fisherman's wife know of life at sea? I'll be praying every night for you to make the catch you need so that you can come home to me safely and soon. Please don't be gone for 5 weeks like last time. I know I might nag sometimes, but I do love you, you know. I've washed those overalls of yours. I know you'll get them covered in assorted fish parts in no time, but I still feel better knowing they've had a wash. Before I forget, the Henriksons in the village have asked me to see if you'll be coming by for any trout, but I said that they were mostly out of season. If you do happen upon any, don't say anything. Stow them well in the ice, and I'll do something special for them to celebrate when you come home to me. The ship's captain deserves a little special treatment once in a while. Take care, my love. Oh. Fisherman's wife, lovely. Just pretty odorous. Ew. Glad I'm getting out of here soon. They must eat and sleep and, well, do everything else in this one room for weeks at a time. Yuck. Playboy poster. It's nice to see the things don't change. True that. Ooh, flashlight. Switches on and off for your tub. Now where's the emergency glow stick? Should still be in the locker. The key's in my inventory. Inventory say town. Ah, there it is. Perfect, perfect. Nice. New batteries. Ah, some extra power for my flashlight. Could come in handy if the torch runs out of batteries. I should be able to access it through my inventory or with the shortcut key G. Oh. Well, let's get out of here then. Oh, as I stepped off the boat, setting out into the blizzard that had formed around me, I had realized how utterly devoted I'd been to the discovery of my father's past. I had no idea what to expect. Soon enough, my concerns were justified. I don't know whether I lost my orientation or my spirit first, but I lost feeling in my extremities soon after, and knew hypothermia was setting in. I started looking for shelter. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, that's bright. So cold. Don't know where I am. Need shelter soon. Ugh, yeah, it's... Jesus. My entire head went numb a long time ago, but I can still hear the wind roaring past, or is that some kind of animal? Jeez, I hope it's just the wind. Whew. What the hell? I don't care, I need shelter. Looks frozen shut, need something to break it. Frozen solid, that's right. Okay, that's more than just a frickin' wind, man. Rocks! Oop. A rock. Insightful. Gas lilies on the way down here. Figured they'd be a good thing to open the door with. Oh god, they sound like they're getting closer. Open up, you bastard! Oh. Whew. Ooh. It's a lot more peaceful here. I think I spoke too soon. Jesus, my head. I can't believe I fell that far and survived. How far did you fall? Oh, wow. Wow, that is... Yep, that is pretty far to fall, especially on the metal grate. Yeah, it's pretty dark in here. Wooden door, I hope it's open. Nope, it's never open. What's this? Ooh, a flare, you say? Ah, another flare. What's this? A metal rod. Ah, basic wooden door. Hello? I don't like this. Another flare. These shells are as old as everything else in the room. Could be 50 years since anyone's been down here. 50 years. Huh. Let's see. I could swing the hammer. Blah blah blah. Oh, okay. I get you. Let's just put you right here. A metal shelf. Wooden shelf slowly falling apart. Oh, I can interact with it. Ooh! There we go. This hole's been boarded up for a long time. The wood looks pretty soft now. That was easy. What was that? Oh, what's this? The hatch is seriously solid. It won't open by hand. Someone obviously wanted to keep people out. Or in. Jeez. No wonder I can open the door. Jesus. Well, I guess we know it's not for keeping people out now, is it? Alright, just assume the metal rod is here. Ooh. Perfect. Come on, you bastard. There we go. I don't know where this leads or what's waiting for me, but unless I want to starve to death, it's my only option. Besides, maybe this place has something to do with my father. Whatever I was descending into, it was 100 feet below ground, protected by 2 solid metal hatches, located in a remote Arctic wilderness and buried beneath the snow. I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. I'd never given it much thought before, but I realized that our entire society is a network of safety nets, emergency services at the end of a phone line, health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers, all there if something goes wrong, part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all but the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids. Knowing anyone that might help me, friends, parents, teachers, were too scared or too far away. Oh, so he feels helpless, I guess. I would too, I don't blame you. I've jotted down a note just in case. And what might that be? The entrance to the cave has caved in. There must be another way out. Oh no. I heard that. What was that? There could be anything living down here. Heroics are for Hollywood actors and fairy tales. I'm not taking any chances. If I face off against anything down here, I won't last a second. Caution and stealth are my only defenses now. If anyone or anything hears me, I'd be best off staying low. Blah blah blah. Okay. It's stuck, I'm trapped. Well, it really did cave in, I guess. Hello? I didn't know that'd make a noise. Looks like that'll be virtually invisible. Okay, we get out. Okay, so let's get a better look at this. Northern area. Explosives. Can always do with some good explosives. Well, there's an office down there, and I feel like it's better to get more information about where we are, right? So let's go down there. It's dark here. The music is not helping at all. Okay, I thought there was something else. Whew. Jesus, it's a loud door. What are you? So much history in this place, tied up in words, left to decompose. That's a shame. And this very low, deep, rumbly sound. It's a fairly basic desk. I meant to click on the book. It's a military report dated 1945. 15th of August, 1945, Command Bunker, Emergency Airstrip Zulu. Weekly report. Another unremarkable week in Greenland. Regular supply shipment received, standard emergency drills carried out. Routine runway maintenance completed. I have ordered maintenance be carried out twice weekly from here on in due to increased snowfall, and 1 wounded. That doesn't sound unremarkable if somebody got wounded. The 1 wounded figure is no cause for concern back in London. The Germans haven't extended their front line by 4,000 miles. 2 of my men were caught manufacturing cherry bombs in our workshop armory and succeeded in blowing off a couple fingers. Ooh, that sucks. I take partial responsibility for this, and that I allowed them access to the demolitions manual we keep in the storeroom, and I'm sure that's where they learnt the ingredients. As a precautionary measure, I have now locked up the manual in the chest in my office, and will keep the key on my person at all times. Needless to say, both men have been disciplined, and the injured man has been sent home for medical care. I cannot help but think that a more suitable punishment would have been for him to stay out here, but the matter is out of my hands. This base is so disconnected sometimes, I feel as if the war could end, and we might not even hear about it out there. Supplies requisition order, dynamite for excavation purposes, 7 bayonets, well, not necessary in my opinion. But procedure states we should have a full complement. 1 industrial ice pick for removing the damn ice that forms on the external hatch. 1 pair of reading glasses, category 7C. In order for myself, my glasses are in a rather poor state. Reconditioning of the mine continues to progress. The structure is being fortified from potential bomb damage, and excavation of previously caved-in areas is going ahead. 1 point of curiosity is some kind of archaeological find, an artifact buried in the earth and discovered by one of the work teams. Later this evening, after martial duty, I shall take a closer look at the artifact. It appears to be man-made, and may have working parts inside. I shall remove what looks like the front cover, and see if I can't discover the source of light which constantly emanates from it. Chief NCO M. Major. Well, I'm guessing he didn't really get around to that, because if that's what he's talking about, it's still here. So, backstory. Let's see. Oh. A man. An old man. Clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet he is no stranger. Never seen before, still I know this man before me is Howard. I call him father. Interesting. Ugh, what the hell? What just happened? I don't know if that was such a good idea. Yeah, I wouldn't go around touching random well, I just did touch a random thing, so... Duh. Hello. Copenhagen Post. I found the key, too. Researchers at the University of Copenhagen have suggested that mind-altering chemicals naturally soon into the rock may be the cause of high suicide rates at Greenland Mine. The university, which has recently been conducting studies into isolated communities, first became interested in the workers of the northwestern lead mine last year. They discovered that even taking into account Greenland's naturally higher suicide rate, local figures for the last 100 years were abnormally high, at 46 deaths per 100,000 populace, compared to the national average of only 29. That is a lot higher, actually. On further investigation, experts diagnosed in many of the miners' symptoms in common with the earlier stages of paranoid schizophrenia. This has prompted researchers to hypothesize that natural deposits of lysergic acid, a pH 4 formula recently discovered to have hallucinogenic properties, may be present in the rocks. Few locals were conducive to interview, but those who agreed to speak had their own explanation. Inuit spirits known as the Turngate live in the mountains. I don't know how to say that. The university is awaiting the results of the chemical testing. Studies continue. Interesting. That's the key. Key to what? Chest destroying variables. It's locked. I need a key. Oh, well. There you go. Let's see. Perfect. Big Book of Explosives, 1923 edition. Huh. Chapter 1.3, Black Match Fuse. Okay, I see. Chapter 2, Dynamite. Okay, so it's just it's a book of how to make the explosives that Major was talking about. Meat? Jesus, how old is that? Beef jerky. What's this? Painkillers? Did they even have painkillers that far back? That must have been... Someone must have been down here more recently. This typewriter dates back even further than the war. Made in Germany, 1923. Hello. Hello, anything with yours? More ancient meat. Ooh, I forgot to check in here. Batteries! Can never have too many batteries. Nothing in there, I assume. Okay, I guess we have to go back. Do I don't. Oh, good. So, this place must be old if they're still using paraffin lamps. Looks like there's still some juice left. Really? After all this time? Oh god. Ooh. Oh god, it sees me. Oh god! Get away from me. Die, you bitch. What the fuck is that thing? Ooh, it's coming back. Come get some! Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh my god, you're still alive? Fuck, it's like a zombie dog thing. Jeez, I forgot about that. It's creepy. Ooh. You gonna stay dead? Ugh. My leg! I'm losing blood. Oh, well, perfectly better, I guess. One hell of a painkiller. I forgot about that thing. Let's hope there's not more of those in here. To the storage room. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Jeez. What is that? What is that? Hello? Locked from the other side. That I can hear chatter. Jot it down in the note. Oh, a lighter. This lighter wasn't empty. Wait, what is this? Can I put that in here? No? Okay. It's in here. It's locked. Jerking off in there? Jesus, what are you doing? Hello? Storage crate. Transporting ore, I suppose. There's a draft coming from the base. Yeah. Too heavy to move. Hello? It's another one of those things. Painkillers and batteries. Let's see. It was different, but the same that time. Like I had more control. But over what? Interesting. I hope they'll explain more about what those are, because, like, those are... Oh, it's just the door. I was like, what the fuck was that? Oh. Let's get you guys out of the way. Smooth view. Yeah. Don't do that, don't do that. Get out of my ear! It looks as if this basement caved in some years ago. Something's tunneled through here more recently, though. Christ, what sort of creature makes these markings? Oh. What was that? What was... I don't... Oh! A horrible sight. Luckily it's mummified, or else the smell would have been off. Jeez, I still would imagine it'd smell pretty bad. God, what the hell are you? What is this? Dry, dusty old bags. Day 1. I begin this record still in hope that the great work we have undertaken here might one day be of scientific value. Despite the chaos which has ensued in the 6 hours previous, my aim is to remain secure until what help there may be arrives, and to that end I have barricaded myself into a small workshop area in the abandoned part of the mine. I hope that the meager food rations here will keep me alive, and that those I hide from will not jeopardize that. Perhaps this mine really is cursed. It's almost precisely 30 years since the incident that brought us here, and now 30 years on, fate has struck again. Day 3. I forecasted that today the rescue crews would arrive, but I can only hypothesize that they would be unaware of my location, and hence busy themselves evacuating the other survivors. If they have not arrived by tomorrow, I will go out in search of them. Day 6. I'm assuming that didn't work out. My first mistake was to make assumptions on the matter of rescue. Yeah, it didn't work out. My second mistake was to make assumptions on the safety of this mine. My third mistake was to act on both those assumptions in going outside of my safe haven. My best estimate is that I left the workshop where I was secured about 2 days ago in search of aid. I found only danger. I approached the old living quarters, but curiously could find no sign of life whatsoever. I returned in what I thought was the direction from which I had come, but soon found myself in an unfamiliar locale. Confused, but focused, I attempted to make my way home, but found myself threatened by some species of feral creature, which seems to have made this old mine its home. Although the specimen bore significant interest to me, I chose to retreat, only to find myself outmaneuvered and outnumbered by the beast. Oh god. I turned and ran, injuring my ankle in the process, which I believe is now most likely a sprain rather than a fracture. For some time I cowered and fled into the dark, but a few hours ago I discovered a door leading into a smaller, disused part of the mine, the key for which I still have in my pocket. Within that area I discovered the storeroom, and I think it should keep me safe for some time. This place is a maze. My lesson learned, I will not venture out again until I am certain the area is safe. Day 19, wow. Rescue seems increasingly unrealistic. Supplies diminishing, loss of spiders in this place. I do not like spiders. Jeez, what that noise is a spider, I don't like them either. Day 34. I caught one of the cursed 8-legged beasts nestling in my open mouth when I woke up this morning. In my surprise, I swallowed it. Ugh. It's not so much the act of swallowing which concerns me, but the genus of arachnid. It would be unlikely that a cave-dwelling spider would be venomous to any significant degree, but the possibility troubles me all the same. Ugh. Day 35. Any known venom would have affected me by now, and so today is the first minor cause for celebration I have had since the incident. But lucky coincidence, the revelation also means I have discovered a virtually inexhaustible supply of nutrition. I intend to venture into the basement beneath this storeroom in the name of science to discover more about the creature's natural habitat. Day 50. Wow, this guy's been down here for quite some time. For 4 days now, I have been surviving solely off the quite considerable sustenance provided by the spiders. Ugh. Considerable sustenance, those must be big spiders. For some time I was struggling to gather enough of the crunchy little morsels. However, Lady Luck smiled on me once more when the batteries in my torch died, and I made a second life-saving find. The creature's natural habitat is the dark. With my light now diminished, I need only lie still for a few minutes, and I will have attracted enough of the beast for a rather hearty meal. Ugh. Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that. For us. The steam could blister flesh from bone in an instant. I know, I've seen it happen. Oh jeez. No! That was close. What's this? If it weren't for the size of the pieces, I would say it looks like eggshells. Oh god, that's a spider egg thing, isn't it? Ooh, more notes. Scientific findings 2. Day 71. My earlier assumptions on the benign nature of my cellmates may have been made in error. After a careful autopsy, I am concerned that there may be a small volume of natural chemicals stored in the stomach, which, if ingested regularly over a period of time, may become psychotropic or even lethal. My own real chance is to break out of here and raid any stash of supplies I can find. However, the evidence against such a move is insurmountable. 1, I have no source of light. 2, I swore myself I wouldn't leave until I heard human voices outside. And 3, the spiders are so tasty. Ugh. Day 100, oh gosh. From the marks I've been making on the walls and my scribbled diary entries, which in the dark may amount to an illegible scrawl, today is the 100th day of my new life. Over the past month, my edible friends have become more and more aggressive, and have swelled in number and size. Whether or not this is a result of my plundering their ecosystem, I'm unsure. However, at the rate of growth, they will soon be too large to crawl through the gaps in the walls. For all I know, I could be seeing the tip of the iceberg. That's not good. If all fails and I am never recovered, I hope at least that my study of, and indeed involvement with, these fascinating creatures will one day be regarded as an important point in natural history. The greatest names in modern science got there more through fluke than talent, and it appears that this rule has extended itself to my discovery of these delicious new species. Ugh. I only pray that the second rule deems my breakthrough too insignificant, for all great discoveries tend to consume their inventor. 100 days down here, dude, please. Oh my god, wait, I just realized I should... What's down here? Hello? Finally, this must be all that's left of the basement storage. That lock looks rather worse for wear. I assume that means I can... Nice. What are you? Fluid lighter gas. Oh. Perfect. Oh, yeah. That'll come in handy. Hospital gray. What? Oh, there must be paint cans. What are you? These chests must be quite common. Batteries! Nice. Ooh. Set the valve to turn off the steam. Perfect. The hell is generating that steam? Well, it's Greenland, so it might be geothermal, so... Yes, indeed, this place is a maze, Jesus. Oh! It's the thing again. Oh. What are you? Is there anything up back there? No? Okay. You're coming with me. It's supposed to be the ladder for getting back up, because I had noticed that there was no ladder. He's probably fine. I'm sure he's fine. Let's see here. Oh, well that works. Well, this episode's getting a little long, so this will be all for now. I will be doing more of this regularly. It's about time. I've been saying I was going to be doing this for a while, and I finally got around to it, so... Yeah, I'm sorry if the audio is all weird and stuff, so yeah, I'll see you next time, everybody. Bye.